And David, looks like this weekend the mountains could be getting some more snow.
Yep. They actually lost a little bit with the last storm, with the rain and the fog. The fog really does a lot of damage to the snow. But we'll be picking up a little bit of snow there. So that's some good news if you're doing some skiing over the weekend. I think a lot of people were starting to get into that spring mindset, Zach, you know what I mean? And speaking of spring, I found spring. It's down across the south. Look at these temperatures, 74 in Raleigh, Nashville, 75. You're dealing with some severe weather down that way. Winter is still holding tight across our region. We'll zoom in a little bit closer to our current temperatures right now, and it's 35 in Portsmouth, 31 in Sanford over to Freiburg. You're in the mid-20s, mid-30s as you head down to the mid-coast. 35 in Portland, Augusta at 35 degrees as well. Calais 34, Caribou at 27 degrees. And so we're expecting some snow over the weekend, but I think we're going to salvage most of tomorrow. So if you have any plans tomorrow, I don't think we're going to have any issues whatsoever. The winds are starting to lighten up right now. We have some clear skies, and that's why some of the valleys may drop into the teens tonight, especially across northern portions and inland locations overnight tonight. We do have a winter weather advisory that's in effect for portions of the state, and we have a winter storm watch northern portions of Maine currently, and we could see over 6 inches of snow there, so we'll be watching that closely right now. Here's our low pressure system, and that's going to continue to move towards the northeast, and then it'll eject off the New England coastline tomorrow. We have just enough cold air in place that we're going to start things off as snow, but I think once that storm starts getting going, that'll bring some milder air, especially along the coastline. Right now, really not much going on. Some clouds over eastern portions of the state, down east to be exact, and even over northern portions of the state, and even some high thin clouds moving across southern areas. But for the most part, it's a decent night. It's going to be a chilly night, chilly start to your morning. Temperatures again dropping into the 20s across much of the area, teens across the interior and north by tomorrow morning. So it's definitely a chilly start to your Saturday morning. And as we go through the afternoon, you'll start to see clouds increasing and thickening. And then by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you may have some snow showers across the lakes region of New Hampshire, but then they'll start to move inland, I should say eastward towards Portland and even into Augusta up towards Rangeley. But look what's happening. Look at these temperatures. They're mostly in the lower to mid 30s, so it's really going to be hard pressed to get that snow accumulating except for the higher elevations. I think this is going to be a higher elevation storm once again, like what we saw last week. That's where you're going to see the highest totals. Even through tomorrow night at this time, we're still dealing with some sporadic snow activity, really not a huge amount of precipitation on this map, but maybe it will fill in depending on how things go. But look at the temperatures. They're still in the mid 30s, so again, along the coastline, going to be hard to accumulate that snow, but just inland, seeing with those temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s, I think that's the best bet for the highest snow totals, as I'll show on our map. And then by Sunday afternoon, it'll really start getting windy. We'll see gusts out of the northwest anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Still dealing with a couple of snow showers across northern areas during the course of the day, and maybe a couple of sprinkles down east. But for the most part, it'll be a breezy and kind of a mild day, especially down towards southern areas. I think we could hit 50 degrees. We'll watch that closely, depending on if we can get rid of the cloud cover. So along the coastline, we saw those temperatures. They're mostly going to be in the lower 30s, mid 30s, and even rising overnight tomorrow night. So I'm not expecting too much there. Couple miles inland, 1 to 3 inches, and then as you get into the foothills and into the higher elevations, you'll see about 3 to 6 inches of snow. I think Millinocket, northward, you could see 6 inches or more, even further north up towards Caribou. Wouldn't surprise me if you saw 9, 10, 11 inches of snow because of the temperatures in the upper 20s during this event. You'll be able to pile up that snow a lot easily. Mountains over northern New Hampshire too, you may see some higher amounts. But other than that, that's what we're expecting. I think Portland up to Rockland, down East Maine, I don't think we're really going to be dealing with too much. Again, it's another storm that's going to be dependent on elevation. So we have a gale watch in effect Sunday morning around 12 right through Sunday 8 a.m. Winds tomorrow are going to be out of the northeast, 20 knots. Water temperature is still pretty cold out there. Here's your 7-day forecast, and you know, Saturday's not looking too bad. But we do get that precipitation coming in tomorrow night. It's out of here for the most part as we go into Sunday, and it's going to be a breezy day, 50 degrees along the coastline, and it's going to be a breezy day. The Monday's not looking too bad, and then by next week, we're still watching something that could develop Tuesday into Wednesday. Still a lot of uncertainty on that, but some of the ensemble models are showing that something's going to develop, so we'll watch that really closely.
Yeah, let's get through the weekend first.
Yeah, let's get right through it. Absolutely.
Thanks, David.
All right, enjoy it.